Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good evening all. I am Sergeant van der Walle and we are here today for the very first matches of Charlie Company Battle of the Squads. This will take place in Arma 3 as Charlie Company is currently deployed in that game. Good evening everyone and welcome, enjoy the show. Alright, currently we are awaiting the last couple of members. I think everyone is here, looking mighty fine. That is Charlie Company's 2nd platoon lining up. First Sergeant Balzer there with the fancy yellow dress, addressing the entire platoon. These men, 1st, 2nd and 3rd squad, will be fighting each other over a period of time. They will be fighting 3 matches today, and they will continue fighting over the month of July. Alright, let's look at first squad, which is being led by PFC-10 and PFC-Tedros. We got a couple of cool names here. Let's see them. Okay, should show up. We got PFC-10. Oh, they're off. I'm sorry, I can't introduce you to them anymore. So let us go towards their starting location. Alright. So this is what they will be fighting for. This is over the site of Neural. I will be seeing the marks that Blue 4 will be posting because I am currently in Blue 4. Maybe I'll switch to the Independent later on. But these are the start locations. First squad will be starting south. Second squad will be starting north. They will be fighting over the objective here in Neural, which we are going to take a look at in a moment. Alright, let me quickly bring my camera over there. Whoops. Nope, that didn't work. Let's go there again. There we go. And it's live. The first round is live. I got the feeling that... Ooh, that's awkward. And the first shot was already directed towards second squad, but it was not nearly close, so that did not do any harm to second squad, thankfully. Alright, second squad is immediately going towards the objective. They're setting up a nice perimeter north of the objective, which is just down here, this radio tower. While first squad is dividing its entire squad over different places. A 4-man team goes through the middle, through the forest, while 3 men are taking place on a very nice position. Ooh, that was a big bang, but nobody in that zone yet. PFC-10 and Private Stool and Private France, we just joined last week within the unit, are put to the metal. And they are taking an overlook position right now. In the meanwhile, we see PFC Gates trying to secure a flank, or maybe is he gonna flank them the second squad from the side, from the east, from the east. But so far, no contact in between. All right. In the meanwhile, we have Corporal Vonk, PFC Trashyak from 2nd Squad, currently in overwatch position on the north. I wonder if they can see the movement down the beach down here. Let's take a look. Probably not. And there we go. I think 2nd Squad will be capturing quite soon. Oh, first shots are being fired. And it seems like they did notice the movement on the beach. And shots are coming from the forest as well. Very first contact between both squads is happening right now. And I think I just noticed that I forgot to put the timer on. So I'm gonna pause it, apologize. Totally forgot to put the timer on. timer will be on for next match. Alright, no casualties yet, but ooh, they're shooting a lot of rockets at each other right now, trying to wound each other, but so far no casualties. Let's see that they take any wounds. No, everybody is still up. That was pretty close. PFC Tedros still up as well. And another rocket was shot towards the objective. It took down a hut, but it did not injure any of these people. So far so good. Meanwhile, I see PFC 10 relocated together with Private Stühle. Private Franz is still on the beach, but it seems they distracted the enemy good enough to not keep looking in their place anymore. And again, shots fired from the forwards towards... No, it's coming from Corporal Vonk. He's shooting down the beach. He probably spotted Private Franz, who ducks into cover again. It seems he's not wounded or injured. He's crawling his way towards that shed. But that shed is pretty much easy to penetrate. So if he puts down his MG on that shed, Private Franz will still be injured. But it's better than no cover at all. Alright. In the meanwhile, I see that PFC Gates is still trying to flank them far east. As a lone wolf into these forests, he's making his way towards the enemy's starting location, which was around here. PFC Van Gassel is keeping rear guard though. Second squad doesn't want them to come up behind them. Still a bit of testing each other. Everybody is really kind of nervous on the top of his toes, to be honest. And you don't want to start dying as first. Alright, I just heard from Lieutenant Stray that the 10-minute mark is on. So we can start the timer again and continue our way. For those who just tune in, welcome everybody. We are in our very first match of Charlie Company Battle of the Squads. It's normally a yearly event within Charlie Company, but it's been a while and we're really looking forward how this evolves. This will be an event held over the next couple of weeks and see who is particularly the best squad in the company. And we have a first casualty, which is PFC Van Gastel's assistant squad leader of second squad. He died. I have not idea who took him out. Probably PFC Tadros from there on. But the firefight starts, so it is PFC Van Gastel who dies as first. That means it's 1 point for S1. You get 1 point per kill. At the end of the round, if you're still alive, you accumulate half a point per squad member that is still alive. You get an extra point for eliminating the entire team. It's pretty tight. You don't really see the others. Like if I would turn off where they are, you would have no clue where the enemy players are. This is a really tough battle. I see Private Franz, the newcomer to first squad, made his move towards the forest again, used the foliage to crawl towards the objective, because currently S2, second squad, is holding 4 people within the cap zone, and it's really tight. They're gonna keep it that way. If you keep the cap zone till the end of the round, which is 7 minutes from now, you will keep 3 points. So that accumulates. You don't need to necessarily kill the enemy, the entire team, but if you could hold down the cap, you get those 3 points. And meanwhile, PFC Gates is sneaking up upon the backside of second squad, and in particular Corporal Vonk, who is on Overwatch. This could be an interesting fight between Corporal Vonk and PFC Gates. Let's see. Let's keep this tight. Yes, PFC Gates is moving in on Corporal Vonk. I'm unsure if Corporal Vonk did notice that. He is looking the other way. No, he is looking towards PFC Gates. Did he see him? Did he see him move? I think so. He is in position. He's just waiting for the shot. Although he is not certain of it, he's turning around back towards the main objective, keeping that Overwatch position. In the meanwhile, PFC Gates moves in. He gets closer. He's trying to flank him. I should be able to hear him. They're really getting close to each other now. Oh, and we still got PFC Track as well over there. PFC Gates, he is moving in between two enemy positions. This is going to be interesting. I think PFC Gates, if he moves down the slope, he will meet PFC Track. But no, he decides to move in between them. Risky business here. And then meanwhile, they're still fighting over the objective. Oh, shots are being fired this way. PFC Track moved away. PFC Gates is now on the position where PFC Trestiak was at. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. I want to move down towards the objective for a bit. Let's see. PFC 10 is unconscious. That's the squad leader's first squad. He's unconscious. There's fierce fighting in the forest. I want to keep track of what's happening here, to be honest. PFC Gates is shooting from behind towards the objective, towards these enemies. With his grenade launcher. But Corporal Vonk and PFC Trashak should have heard that. They should have heard that. Private Dogfor, who took a couple of grenades, is still alive. PFC 10 is still unconscious. He's not dead, but he's unconscious. He might be bleeding out. PFC Tadic, Private Arlo, Sergeant Burke still alive there. PFC Tadros is moving. I think first squad did lose Private France. No, he's not. Private France moved up, but is unconscious as we speak. He moved up a lot. So far, second squad is holding it down. Is really tightening up their defense. Having a couple of people in the forest, but in the objective as well, even though they moved out of it. And I see PFC 10 is bleeding out indeed. He bled out. He is dead. That is another point for second squad, for up 4. And then meanwhile, PFC Gates is still running in between two enemy positions. He's like 5 meters away from Corporal Vonk and PFC Trashak. This is gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen here. He is moving past PFC Trashak, probably running into the line of sight of Corporal Vonk, who is still looking towards the forest. No. PFC Gates slipped in between those two enemy positions from second squad. Incredible. Meanwhile, I see first squad is putting up a foothold within the cap zone, but they don't have enough men in there. As second squad is currently having 3 men inside. Private France is unconscious, probably bleeding out. PFC Gates heard the shots from Corporal Vonk, of course, and PFC Trashak, he's going down. He is unconscious, he's not dead yet. I think PFC Gates will fight Corporal Vonk now. He's actively searching for it, but no. Corporal Vonk, ooh. Corporal Vonk killed PFC Gates, which did an amazing flanking position. Even though PFC Trashak is still unconscious, bleeding out probably, they might stabilize him. I see Private France is dead as well. That makes 3 points already for second squad. First squad is now taking over the cap zone together with PFC Tadek, Sergeant Berg, Private Stule, and no, Private Ilo is not inside. Oh, that was a close grenade. Grenades are being thrown left and right, and Private Dogford took one to the body. He was downed immediately. 1 point for first squad. In the meanwhile, PFC Trashak is back alive, but fierce fighting going over. And Blue for just flipped the cap. We have 1 minute left on the clock. 1 minute 30. So this could be crucial. Whoever holds the cap at the end wins 3 points. Private Arlo died here as well, making 4 points for second squad. Fierce fighting from in between these two shacks towards each other. We're looking at PFC Merzina. Still more fighting. PFC Track is being ordered, probably by his squad leaders, to move into the zone together with Corporal Valenti. It's fighting. Sergeant Turnby together with PFC Tadros in a fight over the beach side. Grenades is tossed both ways. Sorry. PFC Tadros is hit. You can see the bleeding on the ground here. It's gonna be crucial. Whoever holds this cap in a couple of seconds, in 30 seconds, wins this round. Or wins the extra 3 points. But there's a lot of people still alive. Private Stule is bleeding out, or is he dead? He is bleeding out at the moment. And then he is dead. That makes it 5 points. And that is game. Woo! Fierce fight. Blue for capture zone, so that's 3 points. 3 extra points for S1. Stule died. Tadros was still alive. That makes him half a point, I think. And we still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people alive from second squad. That's 3 points extra. That takes it down, but it will come down to the judges. I think first squad wins 5 points. Second squad got 8 points. But I might made a mistake, so I'll leave that to the officials in game, and they will be the ones that actually announce the points. I will announce them as soon as I got them as well. Alright, they are announcing the points, I think. That is Lieutenant Stray standing in the middle. First Sergeant Balzer, Company A HQ. And I think they're healing the people who are prone, and then addressing the next squad that is fighting. That should be second squad versus third squad. It will be over a different objective. Each squad has the chance to choose their own fight, their own objective they want to fight over. For some reason they're not showing on my map right now, but lost. Alright, there we go. 6 points for first squad. Second squad got 9 points. So I miscalculated 1 point there for each squad. That determines second squad on the win on previous round. First squad did not win, but did have a good score while they capped the objective at the end, securing 3 points for them. So that's a good tactic that they did there. We got first squad sitting out 1 match. They will be spectating. Third squad is around here. Third squad is blue for. Second squad will be... Whoa, we're in the water. Second squad will be up for. Second squad just won a round. I'm looking forward to see them keeping up the momentum. They're in a winning mood. And let's see if they can nail it down again on the next match. Alright, and off they are. They are being teleported. We are going to a different location. It's called Loho Loho. And let's see how this fight goes out. This is very urban match. As you can see, a very urban objective. Objective is here in the middle, in this tower. And we got third squad, blue 4 in the north. Second squad, up 4 in the south. Let's see how they will play it out. I'm thinking a lot of, or seeing a lot of close combat fighting today in this match. It's going to be interesting. This is second squad's home map. This is their preferred location to fight over. Third squad is the away team and has to choose where they can start or where they can, which faction they can pick. So, there we go. "30 seconds till live." I'm gonna get my timer set right this time. You need to seize Bravo. There's a couple of advantages if you're coming from the south. You got some cover over here, while there is no cover for the north side when you approach the objective. Alright, let's see how this is gonna work out. We got a couple of seconds left and then I'll start my timer. There we go, off we go. The first 15 seconds people are not allowed to shoot. And then warning will be given. There we go, weapons are live, but nobody is shooting right now. First squad did do a vicious shot at the very first start with their launcher. There we go. Ooh, people already shot towards the objective. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or just to trick people. PFC Lungu here, he is on a flanking mission. You can see that already. While the main majority of third squad is going straight through the middle. Oh, and we got a disconnect there. Private Osteron disconnected. No points will be given for that, but he disconnected, leaving third squad only 8 men. Grenade launchers are being shot. They're over the enemies. Private Ferreira is making a rush towards the objective in the middle together with PFC Hess, who is taking higher ground on this one. In the meanwhile, almost completely second squad within the objective. They secured it already. A very fast secure. Blue 4, third squad, is taking a slower approach here and sending a couple of people on their flanks. We see Corporal Rod lone flanking. He is actually second platoon sniper as well, but no snipers are granted this match, but he is known to be very vicious on the flanks. Second squad is very bunched up right now. That could be a disadvantage if a well-placed grenade could hit everyone. Ooh, there's a shot in the middle towards the objective, but nobody was harmed there. But what a huge explosion that was. That came from second squad. PFC Vargastel shooting another one, but he is shooting randomly next to the objective. No harm to third squad was done. PFC Lungu there, which I thought he was going on a flanking mission, keeps in the back of the objective right now. So he will not be fighting from close range. In the meanwhile, Private Ferreira is still in the middle of the objective. He is at the site where the explosion took place, but he is not harmed. But he is in the middle of the objective. Could be very, very valuable for his team right now. So far, second squad bunkered up. They even built some trenches to cover themselves. They don't want to be flanked from the left nor the right. They did send out Sergeant Turnby completely to the left flank. He might actually cut off PFC Lungu's support from there on. But so far, no casualties, no points given. Only one disconnect from Private Osteron from third squad. I'm looking forward how this is going to be outplayed. Meanwhile, Corporal Rod sneaks closer. You see him sneaking. He's literally crawling towards a good overwatch position. And he will take his time to line up his shots. I think he actually might have caught somebody. He is looking in the direction of second squad, that's for sure. He's scouting around. You can see his head move left and right, making sure he's not being flanked himself. But it seems he did not spot anyone yet. He's crawling a bit back even. Alright. Third squad is now dividing its squad into like little segments. We got PFC Hess and PFC Bedekovic, who is the assistant squad leader of third squad, moving on the left, while Corporal Karl, the squad leader, together with Private De Jager, are going into the middle of the objective. And smokes are thrown. This might be a push from third squad. I'm not sure. Kasalka joins in as well. PFC Kasalka, that is. While PFC Lungu now elevated himself, or no, he removed himself outside the vicinity. Might be going on a very long flanking mission. And so far, second squad is still building more entrenchments within their zone. Oh, and they're shooting grenade launchers directly towards the white smoke, but nobody was close yet. PFC Hess is the closest one. He is actually inside the objective now as well. And so is Corporal Karl. So it seems third squad is gonna make their push. They're making use of the distraction that second squad used. So third squad is moving towards the blue building. And ooh, that was a very nice GL. Landed on straight on the little shed where PFC Van Wijk and PFC Van Gasselaar. There's another one coming in. But that is way over towards Corporal Cooper actually. Would they have spotted him? He has a very nice overwatch position down the street on the objective. Another big rocket being shot by PFC Van Gassel, but again nobody in the vicinity. While third squad now is pretty much bunkered down inside the objective, and I see the objective here to the right. It is slightly moving, but yet again second squad keeps their foot in and holds the cap. Apologies for coughing, but I got a bit of a dry throat right now. Talking too much, I guess. Private Ferreira, who rushed the objective from in the beginning, he is still at that same location, hasn't moved an inch, probably giving a lot of valuable information towards his squad. But so far, second squad plays it slow and steady, just keeps their foot inside the objective, but not really engaging, or only engaging from long distance. Private Dogfor, he is pretty much injured. He's currently healing himself, putting an EpiPen or morphine into his right upper leg. And as I said, PFC Lungu, he is going on a very long flanking mission. Has no vision at all what's going to happen inside, but he's moving. Sergeant Turnby took up a flanking position. He has good overwatch on Private Jaeger, PFC Bedekovic, who are the only guys from third squad who are not inside the objective, together with the two guys on the flanks, Corporal Rod and PFC Lungu. And that might be a good tactic what its second squad is doing right now. Just on the edge of the cap zone, waiting until third squad engages. They are just waiting it out. PFC Lungu still moving very far. And Corporal Rod crawling from bush to bush, from tree to tree, doesn't want to expose himself. And he is looking down on the objective. He got himself into a spot looking down on the objective. You see the blue building over here in the middle. and that is where his squad is. Somewhere around here, that is where second squad is. And he's crawling again, he's moving away. Again, a couple of GLs were fired, but no injuries. We're still waiting on a fierce fight to happen. We're 6 minutes left within this match, and Sergeant Turnby moving across the entire town. But I think PFC Bedekovic is aware of that, so he is moving a bit to the back as well, securing the back end so they don't get surprised from behind. PFC Lungu moving up. And Corporal Vonk and Corporal Cooper are on back duty. A lot of grenades being thrown left and right. People must have been hurt by that. Private Dogford taking it. Again, a couple of injuries to his leg. And there's some shooting here down the road. Corporal Valenti providing covering fire, I guess, towards PFC Hasbro. He was hit. He is hit, definitely. There's some bleeding down here. But it was not a severe injury as he is back on his feet. Corporal... No, it's PFC Merzina. He's moving towards the objective, towards the blue building. While PFC Van Gastel is keeping him in cover. PFC might have seen it. Oh, there's some fighting here. But again, no casualties, no injuries. Woo! That blast did injure PFC Merzina, and grenades are thrown. And the cover is gone here. Right, there was no cover. No, I'm making a fool out of myself, I'm sorry. But these grenades are very vicious. People are bleeding, people are injured. S2 has been sitting down on the edge of the circle the entire match, but they might eventually pay a price for that. They have 4 minutes to hold down on this, but no points so far within this match. And PFC Lungu here, completely... He's trying to get over that wall, but it seems it doesn't work. No, that doesn't work, PFC. That's a different mod you need to use. You can't vault over it. But Corporal Rod and PFC Lungu are moving down to the back towards Corporal Cooper and Corporal Vonk, giving the rear cover. So that might be an interesting fight over there. Private De Jaeger joined in together with PFC Bedekovic inside the cap zone, but still Blue 4 cannot make the switch. They cannot flip. Might this be the first casualty? PFC Van Gastel versus PFC Has, who takes his big turban. Ooh! That was a big shot. PFC Van Wijk died, but PFC Van Gastel is miraculously still alive. So that's 1 point to third squad. A wall broken down on PFC Trashak. PFC Trashak, yep, he is dead for sure as well. S3 gains another point. Corporal Valenti died in there, and so did Private Ferreira. They probably traded. 1 point to S2. 3 points to S3 so far. And this might change the flip. Yep, there we go. The objective flipped to Blue 4 with only 3 minutes on the clock. Corporal Cooper left his place. How did he leave the blue house unseen by PFC Lungu? That's a shame we missed that, to be honest. Corporal Vonk is moving towards the cap as well, because second squad held that cap for pretty long, and here Merzina is killing PFC Has from the back, and PFC Bedekovic was just too late to take down PFC Merzina as well. That makes it 2 points for second squad. Moving in. Oh! And the mistake was made, and PFC Bedekovic died. PFC Merzina with his second or maybe third kill of the evening. And this might flip the cap again towards Op 4, while Sergeant Turnby killed Blue 4 as well. PFC Van Gastel, which is crazy, still alive after being shot multiple times. So who do we have left? I think PFC Bedekovic is not dead, so we do not count that as a point. But we only have Private Jäger here, who is left. Corporal Rod is rushing towards the objective. Can we see what's going on inside here? Private Jäger smoked himself? Or is he outside? No, he is inside this supermarket. And that was a good grenade. Opvolk has the cap again with only 1 minute on the clock. It's gonna be a very tight fight. Corporal Rod is making his way towards it. But he will not be able to flip the cap unless PFC Bedekovic stays alive. No, PFC Bedekovic died, so that makes it 4 points for the second squad, 3 to third squad, while second squad is holding the cap. And what is going on here? Corporal Rod might be shot in the back. He did a silly dance, but that didn't make him win the fight. It's 5 points to second squad. Corporal Cooper took down Corporal Rod, but there's PFC Lungo shooting from the back towards Corporal Vonk, who is injured. Corporal Cooper is injured as well. Grenades are being thrown left and right, but no injuries. While Private Jäger is still within the cap zone. We got 6 seconds on the clock, and this will be the end of the fight. What a fight, what a fight. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people of second squad alive. That adds 2.5 points. Ending it for second squad with 7.5 points on my scoreboard. PFC Lungo is still alive together with Private Jäger, accounting an extra point. Oh, that's 3 extra points for winning the cap. That makes it 10.5 points, if I'm not mistaken, for second squad, and only 4 for third squad. But I could make a wrong count. So we leave that up to the officials, Lieutenant Stray and First Sergeant Balzer, to give me the official count and points. But from what I reckon, second squad, they pretty much bunkered down at the very beginning of this match until the end on this red circle on the edge of the objective, waited till third squad made their move. Third squad did great movement towards the objective, got into the blue building, but eventually they came out and they fought face to face towards second squad, who had the upper hand in this fight. Great fight from this perspective. Alright, we will be... Whoops, for some reason I can't move my map. There we go. We will be teleporting back towards our starting location and be briefed by the lieutenant. You will not be hearing this brief, but you will see what's going on. Whew, what a match, what a match. I hope you guys enjoyed what you see. This is the second match be done. First match was won by second squad. Second match was won by second squad as well. Second squad will now sit out a match, and we will be lining up for third squad versus first squad. The both in points, both losing squads of this evening, will be facing each other this evening. I'm gonna ask for the scores to the officials and see if we can whoops. See if we can get the official score from our referees. I thought it would be 10 points for first squad, for second squad, and then no, it's 11.5 points for second squad and 5 points for third squad. Again, I am missing 1 point. I apologize for that. So officials say 11.5 points for second squad, 5 points for third squad. Alright, we're lining up for the last match of today, which will be held in workshops, which was the home map for third squad. They decided to fight over workshops. And normally first squad will be fighting them, second squad will be spectating. So let's go over here. There's a fierce fighting zone. We will be fighting over this tower. Pretty open ground. There's not much of cover. There's 2 little bunkers for each squad. But uncertain. Where's the other bunker? Here's the other bunker. Uncertain it gives you any advantage. But it's gonna be a very fierce fight. Up in the north, we got 3rd squad playing on their home team, on their home map. The victors of previous... No, they didn't win previous round, sorry about that. But they did a fierce fight on previous map. And on the other side, we got 1st squad, who had a pretty good first match, but didn't take home the victory. Now we're waiting for the officials to start this match. There should be a 30-second warning being given before the start. There we go, 30 seconds before live. When live is called, both teams need to wait at least 10 to 15 seconds until the weapons free is given. The weapons free is given, then people can start shooting again. Alright, I think we are about to start. Make sure you got your timer set right, Vandy. And off we go. Looking for something. Yep, there we go. The 3rd squad is immediately going towards the forest area. A rocket was shot straight at the 1st squad. That must have hurt Private Elo. He must have been hit. Yeah, he is bleeding. He's injured. But he's still alive. No casualties, but what a perfect shot. Straight at the start. Straight at the enemies. Woof. 1st squad is going up the hill as well. Into the forest. Leaving 3 men on the shore. While 3rd squad only leaves 1 person at the shore, Private Jaeger. That shot came from PFC Has straight down the street. Poof! Straight onto the 3 men of S1 that were coming down the road. Great shot. No casualties. Only Private Arlo being injured. But it seems he's already patched up. As I said, it's going to be a very difficult match. I think Blue 4 might have an advantage if they keep the long distance, because they have those nice optics on their weapons. I'm not sure if I can show you guys, but they have really nice optics on there. You see it? While Op 4 has none. Yeah, you can't see it on this one. Let's find somebody who is not in cover. He's using binocs. We can't really see it. There we go. So Op 4 is in the disadvantage on long range. They don't have any optics, while Blue 4 has optics for long distance, but the armor penetration of their bullets is less than the AK. And as I read the Twitch chat in between for a bit, indeed these matches are being taking taking place all over the coming weeks. Next matches is on Thursday on the CP1 matches. That means, oh, there's somebody died there. Oh yeah, like I said, long distance shots. Blue 4 will be the advantage because Private France just died over there, giving 1 point to S3. The matches will take place over the weeks. Thursday, the Americans on CP1 will be fighting, and the on company drills on Sunday, there will be the very first matches between both platoons. There will be squads from first platoon fighting second platoon, which make things more interesting. I will not be streaming or commentary doing the commentary on the matches on Thursday, but I definitely will do that on next Sunday if you guys are pleased. As I suspected, Blue 4 keeping their foothold just at the ridgeline of that forest, just scouting for the enemies and using their long distance scopes on there. Ooh, another rocket by PFC has shot in the direction of PFC 10, who is injured. I see some blood spatters around here. PFC 10 covering up his position with smokes, but he is definitely injured, and that is the squad leader of first squad. But he's completely smoking up the beach area and shooting left and right, probably trying to fake an assault or something and trying to get the attention of third squad, but third squad is not baiting. Third squad does not take the bait there. Corporal Rod put himself in an overwatch position. He is watching down the road, but he might cut off that flanking mission that these people are doing here. Private Shul and PFC Tadros are trying to flank around and get into the forest area, but Corporal Rod is holding down that ridgeline. Might be interesting fights to watch in a bit. Private De Jaeger is moving from cover to cover. We see Private Osterin, who disconnected last match, being in here again. PFC Hess is shooting together with PFC Lungu towards the opposite ridgeline, and you see, ooh, Private Arlo is downed. He is unconscious. I hope he was able to give that information towards his squad so they might stabilize him, but for now he's down. He is unconscious. He might bleed out there. So the tactic of using the long distance scopes to your advantage is working for third squad so far. We got 9 minutes on the clock. First squad, if first squad want to take the wing, it has to come towards third squad, which has the advantage right now. Let's take a look at Sergeant Burke's position. He is firing his trusty MG. He's scouting the area and seeing where he needs to shoot that MG. Look at that, he's straight shooting at PFC Bedekovic. And you might think it's easy, but you don't see them at all. You don't see where he's shooting at, but trust me, his MG lands. So let's take a look. Did that hurt anyone? Did that hurt PFC Bedekovic? Negative, and not Private Ferrer as well. But it kept their heads down because they're retreating behind the hill again and making sure they can't see what's going on the battlefield. Private Arlo bled out in the meanwhile. He is gone, and that makes it another point for third squad, taking in total 2 points in this match. PFC 10 retreated from this bushy area towards the bunker. He's still trying to distract the opposite team, but again, third squad is not taking the bait. They're throwing some grenades in the middle, trying to simulate an attack, but that is not working out so far. We see PFC Tadros together with Private Stule moving towards Corporal Rod, who is taking a couple of shots towards them, but you barely see them, people. You barely see the enemies. And it might happen that Private Stule is actually hit and downed. Nope, but I think I see some blood splatters around here. PFC Tadros is still up. And not bleeding either. So, a good thing Astri put somebody on the rear, put on a flanking mission to secure that flank. And a one man can hold down, well, not an entire squad, but at least 2 very capable soldiers. So one man can be one hell of an asset. PFC is moving between the huge logs and trees. He's moving towards the cap zone. It might be that Corporal Carl ordered one of his men towards the cap zone to flip that cap to get an extra 3 points in, as there's moving or getting closer towards the end. Only 6 minutes remain to this match. And I think PFC might have seen PFC 10, and PFC 10 is dead. What a shot by PFC has from all the way over there. Yep, they're still taking some hits, making sure he is dead, but he's dead, people. PFC 10, squad leader of first squad, is down. That makes the entire 3 people that were left on the beach down for squad 1, and only have 3 men within the opposite forest and 2 on the flanking mission. Number-wise, this might be a very difficult job for first squad, and I see PFC Gates is moving towards the ridgeline of that forest, but he's being nailed down by the fire from the opposite side. Corporal Rod is still looking for those 2 men, but they already passed him. But don't tell him. Nobody tells him. Corporal Rod has lost sight on the 2 members of Squad 1 who use the elephant grass to their advantage. They're moving towards the opposite ridgeline, out of sight of Corporal Rod, who is holding down the flank. And this might be a true game changer if PFC Tedros and Private Stule make it across this leap. Meanwhile, we see Private the Jaeger closing in on the circle, out of sight as well of enemy teams, but he doesn't know if there's anyone left on this flank, but he is moving inside the cap zone soon and flipping the cap. Oh, I see he's retreating. Probably Corporal Carl ordered him to retreat towards that bunker, hold position for a couple of minutes, and flip the cap zone at the very bare end, because we have 5 minutes remaining during this match. Got a couple of grenade launchers being shot left and right. Oh, PFC Lungu is closing in on the enemy position. That is a really, well, it's a daredevil. I mean, third squad definitely has a foothold. Doesn't have to do anything and just wait for first squad to make their move. But they're sending out a guy themselves. And Private the Jager, he is very close towards that cap zone now. I want to take a look at what's going on around here. The flanking mission. Private Ferreira is downed, while Private Stule is shooting. PFC Bedekovic is closing in. He doesn't see him yet. He does! And there goes Private Stule, and there goes the tree! What a firepower by PFC Bedekovic. That is just crazy. But PFC Tadros saw him. PFC Bedekovic is completely moving, while PFC Tadros is in that bush over there. But did you see that power which PFC Bedekovic shot his enemies? Took down a tree as well. And then meanwhile, the cap zone has been flipped by Blue 4. PFC Bedekovic is bleeding, but so is PFC Tadros. They're tossing some nades over to each other. Oh, and PFC Tadros is unconscious. Another nade. PFC Tadros is back up. But that is... he didn't die. He did not die yet, but he's looking. Where is PFC Bedekovic? There he is! I'm not sure if Tadros knows it. Ooh! He ran into the barrel of PFC Bedekovic, making it 5 kills already for first squad. Corporal Rod came to the assistance, but PFC Bedekovic, what a show. Nice. Let's see, what did we did lose something here. We lost the fierce fight over the cap zone, unfortunately. PFC Gates moved towards the cap zone. The Jager is in. Sergeant Berg is covering the street, while PFC Lungu must have taken... who else was there? There was somebody else within the forest of S1. I am uncertain who it was. That makes it 6 kills for third squad. I can't remember who this person was. Oh, that's PFC Tadic with his trusted tube. He's combat engineer for first squad, so he's the one who died there. 6 kills for third squad, 1 kill for first squad. But first squad can still take home 3 more points if they flip the cap within 1 minute 20. PFC Hess and Private Osteron are moving towards the cap zone as well, currently only being held by Private the Jager. Gates is in. If Sergeant Berg gets in there as well without PFC Hess joining in, first squad might be able to flip the cap. I see PFC Gates is playing it safe, but he is not taking it back. Oh, he's making a run and he got hit, but he is not dead. He is not dead. PFC Hess is doing a tremendous job right now during this match. PFC Gates looks down the road. He is injured. He's probably gonna tend to his wounds. Sergeant Berg is moving in. Sergeant Berg took down Private Jaeger. Private Osteron is pretty close, but the Private Jaeger, he is not that. He's unconscious. Is he gonna wake up? I doubt it. He's gonna wake up, but he didn't kill him. That makes no points right now. PFC the Hess is looking the wrong way. PFC Gates, and that's game. That is game. The Jaeger is not dead. Sergeant Berg is not dead. Nobody died here. Did PFC Gates die in the end? I don't know. Where did he go? No, he is still up. He's not dead either. So nobody died. No flipping the caps. That makes it probably, if I didn't miscount it, 6 points for second squad, 1 point for first squad. But as you all guys know, I have been wrong on calculating the points for now. Alright. What an intense battle that was. Whew. Let's recalculate. First match between first squad and second squad ended in the results of 6-9. It was a very vicious match. Even though second squad had the most kills, it was first squad that took the objective in the end and secured an extra 3 points to their account, which was great to see. Second round between S2 and S3 was a vicious one. A lot of kills from left and right. Ending scores was 11.5 to 5. A lot of people have been hit during that crazy match. And last match between third squad and first squad, as you could have seen, ended in, I think, 6 points to 1, but I did not receive the official scores yet. Alright, so we are lining up. As you see, we got Lieutenant Stray, platoon commander, together with First Sergeant Balzer, which is the company NCO. Second platoon, first, second and third squad, and we got a couple of guests who wanted to spectate these matches. I think First Sergeant Balzer is addressing the men, together with Lieutenant Stray, but I did not receive the scores yet from our officials. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys had a very pleasant time here. I still haven't received the scores, so I am gonna address them. Oh, there we go. We actually are in the ending ceremony. It is, it was 13 points for third squad. I totally miscalculated. Oh, I didn't calculate the what's it called? The cap zone. And second squad with 2 points. I'm sorry, again, I was wrong. Alright, this is the end of it. We are all going into attention. We're missing one guest here. There we go. He is placing himself in attention. And we're all saluting the officer present. And this is the end of today's Battle of the Squads. I hope you all had a pleasant time, and I would love to welcome you all again next Thursday or next Sunday. Same place, same time, and off we go. I was Sergeant Vandy, and I represented the commentary for today's drill. Have a good evening all, and 29th, always and forever forward. Bye bye.